Alright, what I'm working on today is 2001 Isuzu Rodeo, and this is a sport model. It's an S. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting a transmission filter on it. And I got a Wix one from O'Reilly, 58876. It says it's made in Taiwan. So this is the filter. This is the old one. This is what it looks like. It's got a couple of bolts in it. This one's in probably the original one. But that's what it looks like. Get my hand all greasy. Let's look up under here and see what we got. Oh, and by the way, the drain plug is 19 millimeter. And for what I did, I needed a grinder. I've got a DeWalt die grinder, and I use a abrasive wheel. I have a white style abrasive wheel to clean the gasket surface with. I still haven't cleaned the gasket surface on the transmission, but I've cleaned up the pan, but I'll use some scrapers for that. So let's get up under there and have a look. Okay, so this is the pan, and this is what it looks like. I've got it cleaned up, got the new gasket on with the bolts. And what I did is I just threaded the bolts in the holes. And the way this gasket is designed, which is a reusable rubber gasket, it's designed to hold the bolts. So you put all the bolts in first. Now this is the drain plug here. Okay, this is the level plug and the plug that you use to fill the transmission. Okay, that's what it looks like. Filling this transmission sucks really bad. So just be prepared that if you're going to pop this thing off, you're going to have to deal with that. Alright? Sorry, that's the way it is. That's the way Isuzu did it. Not my fault. So, get up under here and let me pause this so everybody don't get seasick. Alright, so that's what it looks like. And I made two little indentions with the die grinder in this cross member so that I could get to these two bolts back here in the back. This bolt here and that one there are not straight line of sight bolts because of this cross member. So I had to put some notches in it, which wasn't much, but it's about 3/8 of an inch of a notch. Okay, you do that before you pull the pan off so you can get those bolts out. But anyway, so I put the new filter on here. It's got 3 bolts in it, and you tighten up those to about maybe 10 or 12 foot-pounds. Not much. This is aluminum, okay? Don't go nuts on these. You'll strip them out and have a really bad day. So I'm not going to take off this front pan on this front pan here. You can take that off too and clean it up, but they didn't have the gasket in stock, so I didn't worry about it. But I still need to clean this gasket surface off and put those bolts on. This is it feels like the original gasket, okay? Feels like the original, and it's coming off kind of nice. It's not that bad, and it wasn't leaking, but it did need the pan changed. Okay, the fluid was in pretty bad shape, and it needs work. So we're going to start with this. We've got a 3rd gear hesitation intermittent, so if this doesn't solve the problem with new fluid and filter, then I'll pop this thing back off, pull the valve body, and I'll have to get the bench buddy and clean that valve body and rebuild it. So we'll just take it one step at a time. So anyway, I'm just giving a good look at what all this stuff looks like. It doesn't take much transmission fluid, maybe a gallon and a half or so. So that's what everything looks like. I hope this helps someone. Y'all have a good day.